Plaintiff Elaine Herrick is suing her ex-boyfriend for unpaid loans and harassment. Elaine says she met the defendant online because she was attracted to his screen name, but later she was harassed by strangers because the defendant posted raunchy personal ads online in her name. Defendant Daniel Tucker admits to posting the ads, but he claims it was in retaliation. Daniel says Elaine tried to get his children taken away after he started dating other women.
Remain standing. The Honorable Judge Jeanine Pirro presiding. Please be seated.
All right, Elaine Herrick is suing her ex-boyfriend for unpaid loans and harassment. State your case, Elaine.
I'd like to discuss the so-called man standing over here. He's a womanizer, he's a liar, he is a hypocrite, and he is deceiving.
Was he your boyfriend at one time?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
All that's untrue, Your Honor.
Anyway, I met him on an online dating service, and I came across his profile, which his screen name was Sperm Donor 70. Just caught my
Sperm Donor 70?
For some reason, it sparked an interest. Whatever, I went ahead.
Sparked an interest?
Call me stupid.
If I saw that, I'd run in the other direction.
Well,
Sperm Donor 70,
and
you were
that's
attracted to
exactly
him?
what I should have done, is run the other direction. However, I'd like to say this profile right here, that is his current profile, this is the true Daniel Tucker.
Why are you laughing? Who are you?
Jean.
She's my new girlfriend and my witness.
She's your new girlfriend?
And my witness.
And your witness. Stand up, please.
She's going by Jean, but we know her as Katie.
Did you meet him on Sperm Donor 70?
Yes, ma'am.
What attracts women to men like that?
Oh, there's a story to that.
But there is. All right, go ahead.
I'd like to show this to you because this is actually, this is the Dan Tucker that he turned out to be. The other ad was completely deceptive.
Okay. All right, why don't you read it to me? Tell me, what does it say?
Hi, I'm a marijuana addict, an alcoholic, part-time drinker who likes to have unprotected sex with strange women who are desirable and willing. I would like a woman who can cook and clean and take good care of my boy while I work and go to the casino and bar occasionally. You must have your own money because I have to pay child support for 3 sons from 3 women. I cannot support all of your needs too. Also, you must accept that even though I am with you, I will always be looking to upgrade. So if you can't do any better, then we will be very happy. That is absolutely the truth.
If I
You
can't
wrote
do
that
any
about
better.
yourself?
Except it's not if you can't do any better. It's if I can't do any better. Right.
I read it.
She was with me when I wrote it. It was just kind of a joke. And it wasn't meant to attract women. It was meant to be funny.
Hogwash.
What woman would have answered?
Sperm Donor 70?
Everything normal that I wanted was already taken, so I had to go with sperm donor. I have a problem, yes.
All right, you gamble?
Yes.
All right, you drink?
Sometimes, yes.
Have you ever had unprotected sex?
Yes.
Then this is not a lie. This is who you are.
Right,
I'm a marijuana addict,
that part's true,
part-time drinker.
but I'm not looking for a woman in that way. It was more an exaggeration.
Okay. What happened on your first date?
We met at a hotel. We did have sex against my better judgment.
What do you mean against your better judgment? What do you think you're going to do when you meet a guy with this thing and you go to a hotel?
Well, this was
what do you
not,
think you're going to have tea with him?
this was not his ad when we met. This is the ad that he has currently.
But you just said you answered an ad that said Sperm Donor 70.
Yes.
You meet him at a hotel. And well, of course you want against your better judgment.
You know what? We all make mistakes, and I made a very big mistake. A very big mistake. I've never done anything like that before. So anyway, we went on our first date. We did have sex.
That was a date. Is it a date like if you just show up at a hotel and have
we went
sex
to the
and doesn't take you
casino
to dinner?
afterwards. We went to the casino afterwards.
Oh, so it was a date after.
Yeah. And then so we went to the casino. We went over to an Illinois casino. We both reside in Missouri. Finding out later that he could not go to any Missouri casinos because he's on a banned list for Missouri.
Why?
It was voluntary. It is.
How do you voluntarily ban yourself from a casino?
Gambling in Missouri, you can voluntarily ban yourself from all casinos if you have a gambling problem.
You got a gambling problem?
Yes.
How much you gamble?
Pay the bills and pretty much everything that's left over.
You have kids?
Yes.
Pay child support?
Yes. For 3 kids.
3 different women?
3 sons from 3 women, all about 10 years apart.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so we started to date. We went out on quite a few. Everything was going well. He talked about us moving in together, wanting me to move in up there.
Really?
Yes.
So you liked her?
Yes. At first.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think less of a woman if, like, she shows up at a hotel and has sex with you right away?
Usually if a woman doesn't put out right away, I lose interest. Is that bad?
Maybe you need to maybe you need to have someone tell you it is bad. Yeah, it is bad.
Okay.
You have 3 women, 3 children from 3 different women. Do you think that maybe you've taken the wrong tact? Maybe you ought to go out and meet them.
Up till now, all I've had is basically white trash. So I guess you're right.
Yes, I'm white trash. What he's with is not white trash.
Does Kate do what you want, by the way?
Yes, for the most part. She's a little young for me, but...
How old are you?
23. Oh, 24, sorry.
Do you have unprotected sex with him?
Yes.
I would venture to guess at this point she's pregnant. That's how the normal Katie goes. And
The normal Katie? How do you know her?
She's got 3 kids.
Did you have 3 kids?
I have 3 kids,
And
yes.
none of them live with her.
Where are your kids?
One was adopted. I was 18 when I had him. He was adopted by my parents. I'm currently in a custody battle with my 2nd child, and my 3rd child is with his dad at this point.
Why is the 3rd child with his dad?
The accusations he's accusing me of are false.
Or what?
Are neglect and abuse.
Abuse? What kind of abuse is he accusing you of?
Physical and verbal.
All right.
Your Honor,
Yes.
can I say something?
Yes,
On her
Dan.
behalf, she has been fighting to get custody of her daughter. She tried to work out a mutual arrangement with her current husband to see her son James, but this lady is not letting her see her 1-year-old son because she's dating her husband.
Who? What lady?
This lady
Elaine.
right here,
But
Elaine.
you know what? But
She's
on
keeping
the-
her from her
No,
1-year-old
no,
son.
no,
so
You know what?
can't-
I can't keep
You know what?
Robert
I
from
need
doing
a diagram
anything.
for this.
I cannot keep Robert from doing anything.
Who's Robert?
Rob is her estranged husband and the father that has her child.
Are you sleeping with him?
No.
Yes, I caught them in bed together, Your Honor.
Now, on that behalf,
What happened first? Did she sleep with him and then you decided to sleep with him?
that's what she claims, but that is not what happened. Katie has been with my ex. He's my ex. I have a
You're
child.
divorced from him.
I'm not.
They were
divorced.
never married.
I was
You were never married.
I wouldn't marry him, but I do have a child by him.
How old?
He's 4. He'll be 5 in November.
Okay, you have a 4-year-old son
By Robert. Yes.
by Robert. And Robert is
Her estranged
Married
husband.
to me.
married to you and you have a son with him too.
Yes.
So the Rob and the Robert are the same guy that
Yes.
you both
Yes.
slept with, you both
Wait.
have kids from?
Yes.
This is one crazy family tree.
Oh.
All the branches are busted. Did you two know each other before
Not at
you met
first.
him?
Yes. She
Yes.
knew he was my ex. She
Okay.
knew he was my ex.
Okay.
I wanted to see what a scumbag he really was and what he would go to and what level.
You
when
already
he's
knew he
rock-
was a dirtbag.
Yeah,
Get
but
at this.
I wanted to see really how bad that we put a Plenty of Fish ad or this online site,
What's Plenty of Fish?
online dating service. Katie made the profile. She emailed or whatever, Dan, within 3 hours. 3 hours, Your Honor. She left my home at 12:30 at night. She left her husband, Robert, there and her 16-month-old son.
To go to
Went
him.
over to Dan's. Dan paid her $30 in gas money, drank champagne, and Mr. Daniel Tucker had sex with her while she was having women issues.
This was actually Elaine's idea. She asked me to do the POF account because she wanted...
She asked you to go on
Yeah.
Plenty of Fish?
She asked me, or it was her idea to create a POF account to speak with Dan. At that, I was against this at the beginning.
Oh, that's how it works.
To test me
She
twice.
sent a woman over to sleep with you and you went for the bait and slept with her.
We were broke up.
But, Your Honor, no one was holding a gun to her head. She did not have to drive over to Mr. Tucker's house and sleep with him.
What are you talking about? You did the same thing.
Well, but I wasn't married. She's married and has a 16-month-old child.
I see. All right.
She shouldn't have.
You know, there are different levels of ethics in a group like this. So because she's married, she shouldn't be doing it. But you have no problem jumping in bed with a guy on sperm donor 70 who in a hotel room and you never even as much as had a conversation with him. So
Right.
you are not the queen of integrity or ethics.
I had conversation with him. We spoke for...
Oh, whatever. Elaine, it doesn't matter. Get to the lawsuit. Why are you suing him?
Okay, for openers, there's 2 reasons. One,
afraid of this.
I lent Dan $1,005 actually more than that, but he paid part of it back to save his house. His house was going up. It was getting ready to get foreclosed on because he did not have the money to renew his loan. He needed a year's worth of insurance, which was $705.
All right. So you know this guy he's an alcoholic. He's an addicted gambler. He also does weed. And you decide that you're going to loan him $1,005. What makes you think a guy like that is going to pay you back?
Because he promised me he would pay me back.
Can I tell you something? In a situation like that, what did you think was going to happen? It's like giving crack to a crackhead and think he's not going to smoke it.
Very, very, very true.
What did he say to you when you gave it to him?
He would give it back to me right away.
Where was he going to get the money?
He owns a TV repair service that he does.
Oh, you do? You have a company?
Yes.
Work for myself.
You do? Did you tell her you're going to pay her back?
No.
She
owed me that money. I gave her $1,600. She still owes me $6. But since we broke up, I was just going to let it slide.
You're not suing her for the other $6?
I just want her out of my life and quit messing with me.
What do I owe him?
How is she messing with you? By testing
she has made efforts to have me put in jail. She's made efforts to have my son taken away from me.
Dan, for what? What does she want you put in jail?
She's calling DFS and my probation officer making false allegations.
Talk about this. About what?
She's
What are you saying to DFS? Division of Family Services.
I don't know what she's.
Did you ever call DFS?
No, I have not.
Did he loan you $1,600?
No, he did not. Absolutely not. I'd like to know where that came from.
I gave her about $200 a pop that I'm roughly estimating at $1,600. That's not an exact figure.
For what?
Our last weekend together, I gave her $200, but she don't mention.
Why are you giving her $200?
Because I give her some money when I was up at the casino. I gave her $1,600. I wasn't expecting it back.
Oh, so then it was a gift. So then forget it.
Right.
It's a gift.
But hers was a gift back.
Are you having trouble with your house at the time she gave you the money?
Yes.
And you asked her for the money?
I didn't ask her. She volunteered, but I accepted.
What did she do? ESP, she said, oh, I think Daniel needs money. Let me just give him some. No, you went to her and you asked her for money.
She knew she was going to move in with me. She wanted me to have the place secured, so she gave me the money.
This is the check that has loan 4 + 7.
Who wrote loan? Who wrote loan? You?
I did. Yes.
Did you get anything signed by him?
No, I did not. But this is the paper of the bank statement that shows the $705 for insurance.
So, I mean, clearly she did this for you to be able to keep your house.
Right, but I did more than that for her.
She clearly gave it based upon your need for it. I mean, there's a real need for the money. All right. So it's not just back and forth. I mean, it seems to me that you were in a bad place. You asked her for money. She gave it to you. Now, what about the harassment?
The other one is for harassment for a Craigslist ad that he wrote about me.
Can I say something about the ad?
Yeah, sure. While she's
I
working.
wrote that ad, but before that, she wrote 5 ads pretending to be customers I ripped off. And I know it was her because she gave my home address and my home phone number, and nobody I fixed sets for.
And
that
this
knows
person who called it you a rip-off artist, is that what was in the ad about you?
Right. She was claiming to be somebody I ripped off. So people I didn't even know who I never did no work for called me up and said, hey, is this Dan the ripoff, man? They're based on her ads that she wrote against me.
Please help remove this woman from my life. What is this?
That's the ad I wrote against her.
He wrote about me, and he also gave my personal cell phone number out to
Well, what
men.
does he say about you that's defamatory or derogatory?
By
the way, sit down.
It's very sexual. Then he actually gives my phone number out to people that emails him, and people were calling me.
And you think that's harassment?
Yes, I do.
The woman who responds to sperm donor 70 shows up at a hotel and goes to bed with him? You think you're being defamed and harassed?
Well,
truth is an absolute defense. Now stop it. That's ridiculous. As far as I'm concerned, it's a fundamental law of contract. If the plaintiff gave him money without an agreement that he would repay, then it's a gift. If she gave him money with the agreement that he would repay, then it's a loan. As far as the court is concerned, I think it's a loan. Okay. But I also think that the plaintiff is in a situation where she's going to get herself in a lot of trouble. You ever respond to an internet website like that?
No more.
Okay. You understand the dangers. You know, you were swimming in murky waters with plenty of fish and sperm donor,
with white
and
trash.
you got yourself a bottom feeder. He's an addicted gambler. He does drugs. And by the way, Kate, aka Jean, you don't have any future. Take the smirk off your face. You're in big trouble. You're a mother. Be a mother. Take care of your kids.
Thank you.
Verdict for the plaintiff. Thank you. So ordered.
I think he's scum and white trash.
And if you see this woman, run.